Welcome to Everyday Dharma Talks, where silence becomes insight. I remember the silence more than anything. After my old dog Leo, the house became an archive of sounds that were no longer there. The click of his nails on the wooden floor, the soft thump of his tail against the sofa, the gentle sigh he would let out before settling into sleep. All of it was gone, and the silence that rushed in to fill the space was immense. It was heavy. For weeks, maybe months, I existed in a kind of gray fog. The world seemed to have lost its color. I would walk through my days performing the necessary tasks. Working, eating, sleeping. But I wasn't truly there. My mind was constantly replaying memories, circling the loss like a satellite trapped in orbit around a dead star. I felt as though a light inside me had been extinguished. The joy he brought was so pure, so simple, and with him gone, I believed that joy was gone forever. Grief was this thick, heavy blanket that I couldn't throw off. And I tried. I tried to distract myself, to stay busy, to think about other things. I tried to push the sadness away, believing that if I could just ignore it hard enough, it would eventually leave. But it didn't work. The sadness was patient. It would wait for the quiet moments, late at night or early in the mornings, and then it would return with an ache so profound it felt physical. One afternoon I was sitting on the porch, staring blankly at the sky. It was a day of shifting weather. Heavy dark clouds were rolling in, completely obscuring the sun. I watched them move, a great gray ceiling covering everything. And in that moment, I felt a deep connection to those clouds. They were my grief, my sadness, made visible in the sky, heavy, dark, and seemingly permanent. I sat there for a long time just watching. The clouds moved slowly, but they did move. At one point, a small break appeared between them. And for just a few seconds, a brilliant ray of sunlight shone through, warming my face. And then it was gone again, covered by the next cloud. But in that brief moment, something shifted within me. A quiet realization. The sun hadn't gone anywhere. It was always there. It had been there the entire time, behind the clouds. The clouds didn't destroy the sun. They only hid it from my view for a while. My sadness, my grief, they were the clouds. But the love I had for Leo, the joy he brought into my life, that was the sun. It hadn't vanished. It was still there, a constant source of warmth. Even if I couldn't always feel it, I finally understood that trying to fight the clouds was useless. My task was not to push the sadness away, but to allow it to be there, knowing that it too would eventually shift and move. The grief didn't need to be defeated. It simply needed to be witnessed, like the weather. The lesson from that time is this: grief and sadness are not the absence of light, but a testament to its presence. They are like clouds passing in front of a sun that never stops shining. Our work is not to battle the clouds, but to remember the sun. We often spend our lives chasing a state of permanent sunshine. We believe that happiness, true satisfaction, is a life without clouds. We seek pleasure, excitement, and success, thinking these things will build a fortress against sadness. When grief or disappointment arrives, we treat it like an intruder, an error in the system. We try to evict it. We tell ourselves to be positive, to move on, to get over it. We distract ourselves with noise and busyness, hoping to drown out the quiet ache within. But this struggle is exhausting, because it is a struggle against the very nature of life. Life is a complete sky. It holds everything: the brilliant sun, the soft white clouds, the dark storm clouds, the gentle rain. To demand only sunshine is to demand an impossible sky. The pleasure we get from distraction is like a firework, brilliant flash of light and sound that momentarily illuminates the darkness, only to fade just as quickly, leaving the silence deeper than before. True and sustainable satisfaction is not a firework. It is the sun, steady warmth that comes from accepting the whole sky of our experience. It is the deep peace that arises not from an absence of pain, but from the understanding that pain is temporary. It is a passing weather pattern. Your heart, your awareness, Your fundamental being, that is the sky. The sky is not damaged by the storm. It does not cling to the sunshine. It simply allows everything to arise and pass away with it. It's vast open space. True satisfaction is realizing that you are the sky, not the weather. When sadness comes, you can hold it. When joy comes, you can hold it. Neither one defines you. Neither one is your permanent home. They are simply visitors passing through the vast and peaceful expanse of who you are. This understanding doesn't eliminate pain, but it transforms our relationship to it. We no longer need to fear the clouds. We can look at them, acknowledge their shape and their weight, and trust that behind them the sun remains. I invite you to consider this in your own life. Whatever sadness you may be carrying today, whatever grief feels heavy in your heart, perhaps you can stop fighting it for just a little while. Perhaps you can stop judging yourself for feeling it. There is no timeline for grief. There is no correct way to feel loss. Your sadness is a measure of your love. And that is a sacred, beautiful thing. The advice is simple, though not always easy. It is to practice being the sky. When a wave of sadness washes over you, try not to immediately turn away. Don't instantly reach for your phone or turn on the television. Instead, just for a moment, pause. Close your eyes if you feel comfortable. Take a slow breath, and just notice the feeling in your body. Where does the sadness live? Is it a tightness in your chest? A heaviness in your stomach? A lump in your throat? You don't need to analyze it or fix it. Just acknowledge it. You can even say to yourself, silently, this is sadness. It is here right now. By doing this, you create a little space. You are no longer drowning in the sadness. You are the awareness that is holding the sadness. You are the sky, and this feeling is a cloud. You are reminding yourself that you are larger than your pain. Be kind to yourself in this process. Treat your own heart with the same tenderness you would offer a dear friend who is suffering. Allow the tears to come if they need to. Allow the emptiness to be felt. This is not weakness, it is a profound act of courage and self-compassion. This practice of being the sky is not a grand, one-time event. It is built in small, quiet moments throughout your day. It looks like this. You are washing the dishes, and a memory surfaces, bringing with it a sharp pang of grief. Instead of pushing it down, you pause for a breath. You feel the warmth of the water on your hands, and you allow the feeling of sadness to be there alongside it. You are present with both the warm water and the cool ache of memory. It looks like this, and a song comes on the radio that reminds you of what you've lost. Your first instinct might be to change the station. Instead, you just listen. You let the feeling rise. You notice the landscape passing by your window, and you see that life continues to move, even as this sadness sits beside you in the passenger seat. It looks like this. You wake up in the mornings, and the feeling of loss is the first thing you notice, a heavy weight. Before you get out of bed, you place a hand on your heart. You feel its steady beat, a reminder that life is still here within you. You don't force yourself to feel grateful or happy. You simply notice the life that is present, right here, right now, holding the sadness with you. In each of these moments, you are not erasing the clouds. You are simply remembering the vastness of the sky. You are finding the sun in the smallest of things. The feeling of your own breaths, the taste of your morning coffee, the sound of rain against the window. These small anchors to the present moment are the rays of sunlight breaking through. Thank you for following the podcast. We will meet again in the next story. Be well.